by birth and still has Australian passport, I'm very proud of. And I've been teaching here for over 20 years, in the last 10 years in the entrepreneurship area. Today I'm going to be presenting the extracts from a World Economic Forum report that took about 18 months to do, where we went right around the globe and interviewed a lot of managers, processed a lot of data to try and better understand the early stage company sector. 70 detailed case studies of companies from about 22 different countries. Some of the key findings are the nature of the entrepreneurs themselves, in terms of whether it's the passion or the commitment, the sort of unflappable nature. We present a framework of about 9 different approaches to early stage company formation. The study itself is about 400 pages, and that's available free on the World Economic Forum report, starting I think in late April.
I run a small venture fund here in Silicon Valley. We run just under 200 million. We focus on early stage Australian technology companies. My sort of almost religious mission in life is to change the reasons that made me leave Australia in 1988 and come to the US for the last 22 years and make it possible to build good or great tech companies in Australia. When I left, entrepreneur was a dirty word. It was scase and bond. Now entrepreneur is a good thing to be. The government's behind it, the people are behind it, the fear of failure has gone down. What's wonderful about Australian entrepreneurs is they're not arrogant, they're not overconfident. There's a drive that they will change the world in some way, and it's that passion that I love to get involved with. I love to be part of and to fund.
OTP Innovations is a business incubator. It's owned by 4 universities: the University of Sydney, the University of New South Wales, the University of Technology Sydney, and the Australian National University. It's a mouthful, but it's 4 of the leading universities in Australia. We've got a facility that's about 64,000 square feet based at the Australian Technology Park, and it's got a mixture of labs, clean rooms, office space, 4 startup companies, as well as my team providing coaching, mentoring. A great recent example is a company called Marathon Robotics. This is 3 postdocs from the University of Sydney that came up with a design of an autonomous guided vehicle, and they've built a series of these robots which are used in live fire rifle marksmanship. They've then picked up contracts here in the US, including landing the US Marines, which is a $50 million contract. You've really got to understand what your customer wants, understand exactly what drives them in terms of performance and features. Our portfolio is 50 businesses, and I get to get hands-on and dirty with all of those companies, and it's a great and very satisfying experience.
I did my second year of my MBA actually here at the GSB, and George Foster was not only the writer of my undergraduate finance text in New Zealand, but very influential when I came here. I worked for 3 large consulting firms. So I did strategy work, for Fortune 100 companies, mainly based here in the US, but I did spend a year and a half in Australia. It's only in more recent years that I've become impassioned myself about issues and opportunities in the business world and being an entrepreneur myself. I think that slide that George put up in the end, and about all the attributes that are required and that it's not in a single team member, is really key. Networking associations are really key. I mean, the alumni associations here in the US are very, very strong. Creating a sense of community and shared learning and just connections.
We asked them what was the source of the idea, what were the growth accelerators from the business, what were the growth challenges, what were the lessons from entrepreneurship that you had, and most of the focus was on the CEOs and founders of the companies